Good morning, friends, and welcome back if you are new here. My name is Tiffany, and happy Monday. There is no snow on the ground. I was told there was going to be snow, and I'm thankful there's not, because I'm not ready for it. But if it snowed overnight, it's gone by now. When I got up this morning around 8, there was no snow on the ground. So there's that. However, it is like 19 degrees outside. So there's that. I woke up and the house was at 65 degrees. It's cold. I've got the gas heater going on the other side of this wall in the dining room area. So after running that for a little bit, that'll take the chill out of the air and keep our electric heat from having to really crank it out all day. And gas heat is cheaper than electric heat. So I'm really thankful that we have that gas heater. The downfall is we don't run it unless we're awake because it's propane gas, and that seems unsafe, obviously. So we don't run it overnight or anything. I ran it until I went to bed last night at about 10 o'clock. So it took the chill out of the air for a little bit of the first part of the night, but not for the whole night for sure. We've got school this morning, and the kids are up and getting ready for that. We're going to start our oceans unit study and then make our way through the rest of our work stuff today. I don't think we have anything going on today. No errands to run, no activities today, which I'm kind of thankful for, because having activities on a Monday where you're just easing back into the week is not my favorite. Starting next week, Alice has her creatives club, which was formerly photography club, but we've kind of switched it to creatives because we're going to do more than photography. But she gets together with a group of friends in our homeschool group and does different creative stuff, photography, crafts, etc. And that starts up again next Monday. We were doing it on Wednesdays through the summer because it worked better for most of the attendees, but we're moving it to, I say we, my friend Kaylin is the one who runs it. She asked if we could move it to Monday, and I was like, that's fine. For the same reason she didn't like getting a head start into the week with activities starting on a Monday, but she said that Wednesdays are just not working out through the school year. So we're moving it back to Mondays, and we're gonna miss next week because next Monday is Jackson's birthday, and my nephew will be here, and Jackson gets to kind of dictate the day and what we do that day. So I don't want to be like, all right, peace out, Alice and I are going to club and you are not. He is not interested in photography club or creatives club. So I think he and Will are going to join Planet Fitness, and because he's quitting trail life after the award ceremony in December. It's just not what he wants out of it right now, and that's fine as long as he has something else that he's going to be doing. So I think he and Will are going to join Planet Fitness, and they'll go to the gym a few times a week, including on Tuesday nights when Alice and I are at American Heritage Girl. So I think that'll work out well. He's not interested in winter sport. He's not interested in most sports. He loves disc golf, but that's really only a spring, summer, fall. So I mean, you can do it most seasons, but definitely not through winter. So we can't really do disc golf through the winter months. I recommended doing karate, and he was like, meh. He's nervous and anxious about stuff. So I push him out of his comfort zone to some extent, but not to the point where it's going to really rack up his anxiety, because I know how that feels and I don't like it. Ooh. Anyway, all that to say, happy Monday. We're gonna get this week started strong with a good school day and bundled up on the couch with blankets and hot cocoa if the kids want. I'm probably gonna make some coffee because it's just so chilly in here. Alrighty, I'm gonna make the kids a little snack. I've got some crescent rolls, just the Great Value brand, and then turkey, pepperoni, and mozzarella string cheese. I'm gonna make some pepperoni and cheese roll-ups for them to have as lunch or snack or whatnot. So I'm gonna get that going. I need to preheat the oven to something. 375. So I put the crescent rolls out, put about 3 pieces of turkey pepperoni, half a cheese stick, then I'm gonna roll them up and make sure they're sealed. Spray them with a little bit of oil and then put some seasoning on top and pop them in the oven for about 10 to 12 minutes. So I sprayed them with a little bit of olive oil. I would do butter. You could do butter too. Olive oil was easier. And then sprinkled some Italian seasoning and then a little bit of Morton Nature Seasons, which has like garlic, salt, pepper. It's a seasoning blend. And then once the oven's preheated, I'll pop those in and then they will have a quick little lunch. So it has began to snow, but it's coming down in such a light, like little flurry that I can't even pick it up on camera. But just know that it is starting to snow. Will said where he's working today, there was some flurries going on. He's not working in town close to us. I mean, it's kind of close to us, but anyway, they're getting more snow than we are. Alice came out and looked and she's like, it's snowing. She's really hoping it accumulates. It's not going to. It's supposed to warm back up by tomorrow or the next day. So nothing's going to accumulate, but it is snowing. And the house was warming up and then it got like chilly again. The gas heater's still going and I have the stove on. So once the crescent rolls are done, I'll leave the stove open and let the heat dissipate out of there into the room. And then hopefully that'll help warm it up a little bit as well. But I've got some grapes washed for the kids as well for their lunch. It's the Autumn Crisp grapes from Sam's Club that we got yesterday. They're so good. They're so crisp and crunchy. Super delicious. So they've got grapes and then they'll have their crescent rolls. And lunch is served. They've got 4 of the roll-ups and some grapes. I don't have any pizza sauce. I could open a jar of marinara sauce, but it's like the large jars and for dipping. I think they'll be okay without it. If they ask, I'll open something up. But if not, I'm just going to give it to them like this. Now you can see the snow coming down. And a little bit of flurry happening. And the camera's actually picking it up. Are you thrilled, Alice? Mm-hmm. She's thrilled. I am not. Those pumpkins need to go out today, baby. Mm-hmm. Look at it coming around. I don't think it's going to stay, though. Oh. Kids are throwing away the pumpkins. They're laughing because the pumpkins are all moldy inside, of course, like pumpkins tend to do. Throw it away! Oh, that's funny. What in the world? You can't even tell what it is. Oh, the camera's not picking it up. But they're frozen, so luckily when they picked them up, they weren't like mushy or anything. So anyway, throwing those out. What happened to her, she said. Jack's just amazed by the mold, which is gross. They're going to have to come in and wash their hands, of course. There he goes. I am currently reading a book called Off Limits. I forget the author. This happened last time too. On my Kindle by Emma Ray.
It's not a Kindle.
It's not a Kindle. It's the Kindle app on my iPad. Will looked over and he's like, wait a second, you don't own a Kindle. So I'm currently... I don't know if I still have it. I think I got rid of it forever ago.
Oh, really?
Probably. It was like borked.
Yeah, well, I'm aware. You used to have 2.
Yeah, probably.
You had like the standard OG Kindle, and then you had like the fancy tablet style one that eventually that thing just quit working.
I use the Kindle app on my iPad and read, and usually at night in bed, but I haven't been reading in bed lately, and I wanted to get back to this book. I'm only 15% of the way in, but enjoying the snowfall outside, enjoying, not. But I'm embracing it. Let's use that word. We've still got the gas heater going. That'll be going all day because it's still cold. And it's only brought the temperature in the house to, let's see, 70 degrees. The electric heat is set to 68 degrees. It was 65 when I woke up this morning. The gas heater has brought it up to 70. So I'll take it. Bundled up under blankets, sweatshirts. Anyway, doing some reading, embracing the weather because it's here and there's nothing I can do about it. I have some Celtic Tavern, cozy Gaelic melodies by the fireplace, fire crackling sound That's the name of the video on YouTube. Playing on our large TV as I read. I've been struggling with audiobooks. I'm kind of in a book slump, so I'm hoping that this Off Limits book kind of gets me back in the game. I have DNF'd the last 3 to 4 books that I've started listening to on the Libby app, and just not finding anything that I'm enjoying literally for the past week. I think the last time I finished a book, so today is currently the 10th, and I finished Soul Searching by Lila Sage on the 4th. I tried picking up multiple audiobooks since then for the past 5.5 days with no luck. So I just DNF'd my most recent one. I was like, I'm just gonna pick up my iPad and read on my Kindle app at pickups. So that's what I'm doing. That's my update for you. Embracing the weather, cozy music on the TV, and doing some reading. The snow is starting to accumulate a little bit. Alice came out and she's like, oh, it's sticking. I said, I don't expect it to last very long because, like I said, it's supposed to get warmer again tomorrow. But for now, she's enjoying the little bit of winter wonderland that Mother Nature is presenting us. So I am getting dinner ready for everyone. I decided just to do a simple breakfast for dinner. So everybody's choice of egg and or toast with toast as a sandwich, however they want it. So Alice has 1 fried egg and a slice of toast. Jack is having scrambled eggs and 2 slices of toast, and he wants cheese added as well as a little bit of ketchup. So I'm getting his fixed up here, and then Will's probably gonna have egg sandwiches. I had contemplated making some hard-boiled eggs for myself because that's what sounded good. But I think I'm going to skip that and just do some scrambled eggs like Jack's having because they looked good. When I plated his, I was like, yeah, that looks good. So I'm going to do some scrambled eggs and keto toast, which is high fiber, low carb, higher protein. Hey guys, it is Tuesday. We spent all morning going to the orthodontist to get Alice's wires out, then to the dentist to get both kids' cleanings. No cavities, everything looks good. And then back to the orthodontist to get her wires put back into her brackets and her adjustment done. And so that took us hours. We stopped at Walmart in between the first 2 appointments because we had about 40 minutes to kill, and picked up Jackson's birthday cake. He picked out a chocolate crunch ice cream cake from the bakery. So we picked up that and then finished appointments. Anyway, all that to say, after that, the kids were wanting lunch because we usually get lunch after dentist appointments. It's just something that we do. So we were going through the line at Burger King. Jackson was getting a chicken sandwich, and as we pulled away, I heard a loud pop. Well, the window, the driver's side, I went to go roll it back up after getting the drive-thru, and the window mechanism regulator broke, and the window fell into the door. So this has happened to us before. Back in July of 2023. That I looked up because we had to order the part again from Amazon, so I was looking to see when we had ordered it and what it was called and everything, so that I could go back in my Amazon history and order the part, which luckily the part's only like $56. It's not that expensive, but we might need a friend to help us. We don't remember what tools we needed to use because you have to take the entire door panel apart and then change out the regulator, install clips, and like put the window back in place. So we've done this before. We went over to a friend's house who is better at car maintenance, car repairs than we are, and he helped Will fix it. So anyway, all that to say, our driver's side window is broken and will not roll up. This part is not, I feel like the part is just not made very well. I don't know. What are the odds that it would break twice in 2 years? Right, Jack? You gonna fix it?
Totally.
You gonna help Daddy?
Probably. We're gonna be forced to.
Forced to. It's good to learn how to do this stuff. Yeah. So anyway, we're home and they are getting some school out of the way while they eat their late lunch. Will is headed back to the plant and should be home in the next few hours. We have AHG and Trail Life tonight, so we'll have to take Will's car for that since the window is down and it's freezing outside. We'll take Will's car tonight to that. So at least it doesn't disrupt our plans in that sense. But we're supposed to be picking my nephew up from Toledo on Sunday, and we need the van window fixed before then. So it's currently Tuesday. Will was like, we'll get it fixed before Sunday. If not, I can use his car to get Ryder. It's just a little bit of an older car, and we haven't taken it on a long trip, so we just feel slightly nervous about that. Whereas the van, we've taken on long trips. I'm just rambling at this point. Hopefully our plans for bringing my nephew down and then going up to Michigan for Thanksgiving are not derailed by the car repair is basically what I'm getting at. I don't think it will be. I think everything will be fine and it'll be fixed before then. It's just a matter of getting it done. Will has Thursday off of work, so the part will be here tomorrow. And then he has Thursday off unless they call him in. But even so, he's usually out between like 2 and 4 in the afternoon. So that still gives him time to fix the window after work. But I'm going to check over Alice's math. She's finishing that up. And we'll touch base again later. Alright, so I talked to Will a little bit while he was waiting to offload his truck at work. He watched a video and thinks that he's able to fix the window on his own, so that's helpful. I mean, Jackson and I will be there to help or assist as needed anyway. But that's helpful because then we aren't relying on somebody else's schedule to help him fix it, and we can get it fixed sooner. So like I said, the part will be in tomorrow, and hopefully over the next few days we can get the window put back in place and everything reinstalled. It's just so frustrating. I hate car issues. They are some of the most stressful, like, life events, I feel like, because you rely on your vehicle for so much, or I mean most people do, and so when something goes wrong with it, it's just this huge anxiety stressor that like sits heavy on my shoulders, and I don't like it. So I'm feeling better about that. Alice is currently dyeing her hair. She wanted to use the rest of her Manic Panic red. We'll see how well it covers. She still had some blue and purple in her hair, so not blue and purple. She had blue and red, which some of it made purple because she did like sections. And it was starting to fade out pretty decently. I thought it looked good. I liked how it was fading. It was kind of still colorful, but like blunted and dull. Dull in not a bad way, because that seems like a negative word. Anyway, she's dyeing her hair red. We'll see how it turns out. The only downfall with that is that she puts Vaseline around like the edges so that anything that touches her skin, it wipes off easier, but she still missed like some down here. So she does have some red hair dye on her neck that she will have to scrub at, so that might be visible tonight, but it's the perks of her home dyeing her hair, right? I helped Jackson with some of his math. He's doing algebra, well, pre-algebra, and watching him solve for X, he does it in his head, so when I'm like, show your work so I can see how you get there, he's just like, I don't know. My brain just does it. It like baffles me to watch him do algebra and solve for X because he can do it in his head, and then he can't explain how he got there. He just knows how he got there. Whereas I enjoy algebra as well, but I have to show my steps. I can't do it in my head. I have to write it out and everything. But so that was fun to kind of watch his brain work on his algebra problems. Alice did good on her math today as well. She didn't need any assistance, so that was good. I double checked all her answers and she got everything right. And Jackson got everything right on his too. So we're 2 for 2 on math today. Hey friends, it is Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. We got home from AHG and Trail Life last night, and we did not watch an episode of Stranger Things because Will had to get in bed for work. So Alice was really bummed. She's like, I'm really looking forward to it. But we'll watch hopefully an episode tonight, and then this season 4 finale maybe tomorrow night. The season 4 finale is like 2.5 hours long almost, so I don't know how we're gonna swing that. Will was supposed to have tomorrow off, but they did ask if he wanted to work because they could use the help, so he's gonna work tomorrow. He's hoping that maybe he can get a head start on fixing the van window today when he gets out of work. The parts will be here, so he's going to take a look at it. The weather is kind of nice today. It's not as chilly out, and it's supposed to be almost 70 degrees by Saturday. So over the next few days, he should be able to take a look at the window and hopefully get that fixed up. If he needs help, Jack and I can assist him. We got all of our school done. The kids are doing some chores. I just helped them clean out the dehumidifier from the basement, and then I helped Alice clean spider webs off the front windows, because they were getting kind of thick on the front windows of the house. And we have like a web brush, like it's made for cleaning spider webs, and so we used that. So it wasn't like gross. We didn't have to like touch them or anything. So there's that. But got some stuff done. Might be making banana bread today. We'll see. I have a grocery order coming. I normally place it on Thursdays, but I just wanted to get it out of the way for the week, so I have it coming today. And they were out of 5 things. They were out of cream of chicken soup, which I need for Friendsgiving for a recipe I'm doing. They're out of cantaloupe, sweet potatoes, and something else. What was it? Bagels and grape tomatoes. So our salad stuff and some of our fruits and veggies they were out of. So I'm probably gonna have to run to Kroger. I don't know if I'll do that today with the window being, with it being nicer out though, I could probably drive with the window down. That wouldn't be too bad. So maybe I'll go run there after the groceries get delivered, or maybe go do it before. We've got a little bit of time before they come. Because I do need those items. I mean, I don't need cantaloupe, but I wanted cantaloupe, and I was looking forward to sweet potatoes, and Alice likes grape tomatoes on her salad, and bagels. We got cream cheese coming, but no bagels to go with them. And then, like I said, I need the cream of chicken soup for a recipe for Friendsgiving. So anyway, it's just frustrating when they're out of stock on things and don't sub it with something else. Like, I'm sure they might be out of like all varieties of cream of chicken soup. I don't know. Maybe not. Anyway, I'm gonna have to get that taken care of. I just got back from running to Kroger. Like I said, I was probably gonna do before the groceries came. Groceries should be here within the next 30 to 60 minutes. But I ran to Kroger. I did not get a cantaloupe because they were kind of expensive. They were almost $4 a piece. And at Walmart, they're only like $2.59. So I didn't pick that up, but I did get a few Lunchables because they were on sale for 99 cents. I get the protein pack ones, which are just pepperoni, cheese, and crackers. So it has more pepperoni and more cheese in them than and like no sweet treat. Jackson really likes those for a quick lunch. So I grabbed those. I got bagels, and then sweet potatoes, cream of chicken soup, tomatoes, and autumn crisp grapes, which were not on sale. And none of the produce was on sale. It was all full price. But those were things that the Walmart haul did not have that I really wanted this week. So I was tempted to run back to Sam's to get the autumn crisp grapes. They are so good and crunchy and crisp and juicy. They're more of a premium grape, so they're $5.99 for a 3-pound container at Kroger. Maybe it's only a 2-pound container. But I picked up that because they're just delicious. If you have not tried an autumn crisp grape and you see them in stores, I highly recommend it. The flavor is similar to just a standard green grape, but they're just crispier and bigger, and they're really good. We really like them. So I picked up some of those as I didn't want to run to Sam's Club just for grapes, although it was very tempting. Alright, so I just finished putting away the groceries and editing the grocery haul. This will go up on the 14th, which the vlog you're watching right now comes out after that. So go back to the previous video and you'll see the $120 Walmart grocery haul and meal plan for our family. So that's done. So Jackson just came out and asked, he was hungry, he was going to make some chicken sandwiches. So he's got chicken sandwiches, and I cut up a Cosmic Crisp apple for him that I got in today's grocery haul. Alice wants a salad, so I've got everything pretty much prepped. I just have to cut the cucumber, but the lettuce is all prepped. So I'm gonna make her a salad with ranch dressing, tomatoes, cucumber, lettuce. And we're waiting for Will to get home. I will probably start dinner early, and everyone can just eat whenever they're hungry. I like to have dinner like done shortly after or right around when he gets home from work, because he's already put in a 12-hour day pretty much. Well, 10 to 12 hours. So I want to have that ready for him. So I told him to text me when he's on his way home so that I can get that going. We're having tacos tonight, which is just super easy to make anyway. So I cut her up a Cosmic Crisp apple as well to go along with her salad. I don't know if she'll eat the whole thing, but I figured it'd be a nice little side treat. They're very sweet and crispy. And yes, my children can make their own food, but as a stay-at-home mom, it's one of my acts of service that I show that I love them. Same reason I cook dinner for my husband and make his food when he's off on his days off. It's just something that I enjoy doing for my family. So even though they are fully capable of making their own salad or their own chicken sandwiches, and they often do. If I'm not doing anything, I don't mind to get up and provide sustenance for them. Alright, so I'm getting dinner done. Will's home from work. I did about 1 1/4 pound of ground turkey, taco seasoning, and a can of black beans. So that'll be our taco filling for tonight. And then I've also got, I just pulled out sharp cheddar, sour cream, which we do have more of in the fridge, Mateo's salsa, queso, which I will put into a little cup and just microwave some for whoever wants it, and then tortillas. I personally have got a sweet potato that I cooked in the microwave, skinned and chopped up, and then a little scoop of the taco filling mixture, shredded cheddar, and a little bit of sour cream. So that'll be my dinner for tonight. Alright, it is time to make banana bread. So I've got all my ingredients out. You need flour, baking soda, cinnamon, brown sugar, eggs, butter, sour cream, vanilla, bananas, and I put mini chocolate chips in. So I'm going to get that going in my mixer, and I need to preheat the oven to 350. I use the recipe, my favorite banana bread, from sallysbakingaddiction.com. I've got a stick of melted butter and 3/4 cup of brown sugar. I'm going to mix together for about 2 minutes. I've blended or mixed 2 eggs in with it, and then I just added a 1/3 cup of sour cream and 4 mashed bananas. And then we will mix that. And then add the dry ingredients, chocolate chips, and then, oh, I need to add vanilla too. So once this gets going, I'll add about a tablespoon of vanilla. I measure with my heart. And then dry ingredients, and then pour it into a greased baking pan. In the bread pan and into the oven we go for at least 60 minutes. Sometimes the center is still a little bit wet, so you have to add a few minutes at a time until it's done. I'm going to have one of these lemon Lara bars. I just checked on the banana bread. It needs about 5 more minutes, I think. So I originally had it in for 65 minutes, adding 5 more minutes to it. Focus, thank you, camera. And it should be good to go. There was just a little bit of a soft spot in the middle. So that's almost done, and then we'll let it cool and then be ready to slice into for dessert. Everyone has eaten dinner. I've cleaned up the kitchen for the most part. I'm soaking one of my pans that I use to cook the taco meat in. But I put taco stuff away. Banana bread's about to be finished. Kids will do their chores in a few hours, or in an hour or so, I guess it is getting later. And then the kitchen will be shut down for the night. So that is that. Isn't she lovely? Now I'm going to sing that song in my head. Just going to let her cool, and then she'll be good to go, and I'll cover up before bedtime so that it's like with tinfoil, cover up the top before we go to bed tonight. Good morning, friends. Happy Thursday. Alice wanted to show you some of the drawings that she's been working on. She's been doing some of the Stranger Things characters, so if you're not familiar with what they look like, you might not recognize these characters. But this is Robin, and then she did Max. She's even got the headphones detailed on there. You did good on the braids too. Getting better at noses. And then last night she worked on Nancy. And I said it's actually to the point now where it doesn't just look like a face, it looks like the face of the person she's drawing. Like this I could tell is Nancy. This I could tell is Max. Like she's getting actual details down, and it's very impressive. Doing such a good job. Jackson and I are going to make a loaf of white bread using this easy homemade white bread recipe from allfoodierecipes.com. We're going to give it a try, right, bud? Mm-hmm. Butter, flour, yeast, sugar, salt, and warm water. Let's give it a go. This is after a 1-hour rise. It doubled in size pretty much. I'm going to punch it down, form it into a bread loaf, put it into a greased bread pan, and let it rise for another 30 to 40 minutes. She may not be beautiful, but she's beautiful to us. We're going to pop this in the oven for, I think it said like 30 minutes. Alrighty, bread is in the oven. Alice is requesting some salad. So I have to, I used up most of what was left in the prepped container, and I like to have salad stuff prepped so that salads are easily thrown together whenever someone wants one, typically her or I.
So I've got her a salad with romaine, cucumbers, and tomatoes, as well as a kiwi and some grapes. And then I'm gonna cut up this next pack of salad. The kiwi are not quite as ripe as I want them to be, so I'm gonna put those back in the fridge, or actually probably leave them out to ripen a little bit. And then we've got cucumbers going back in the fridge for easy access. And everyone is still loving these autumn crisp grapes. I know I keep saying that. Check them out. Find them. They're delicious. Jack wants some chicken nuggets, so I've got those in the air fryer for him for lunch. We use the Purdue panko ones typically. I think I'm going to give him some baby carrots because he doesn't really love salad, but I want him to have a veg. And then an apple and maybe a few grapes to go along with that. So we've got 9 nuggets, a Cosmic Crisp, Alice, excuse you, burped. Cosmic Crisp apple and some carrots with ranch. And he likes barbecue sauce with his nuggets. Jackson is ready for bread. It just came out of the oven. She looks beautiful. We buttered her. I don't know why I'm calling it her, but it is what it is. So this is our loaf of bread. He can't wait to dive into it. I'm gonna let it cool for a few minutes before we cut it. Here's Alice's sketch of Erica from Stranger Things. She's been busy sketching today quite a bit. And then here is one of the male characters. I'm not going to tell you who in case it's a spoiler. So just know that this is one of the characters in the show. And she doesn't draw males very often, and I think she did a really good job. Hey friends, I don't think I've picked up the camera and like talked to you today. The bread turned out great. Everyone's been eating that. I doubt the loaf will last much past tomorrow morning. Jack was like, would you be mad if I ate the whole thing by tomorrow? I said, I wouldn't be mad per se, but I don't think it's the best caloric or nutritional choice that you could make. Bless you.
Thank you.
Will is home from work. It's about 4:30. He and Jack are going to head out to the driveway and attempt to fix the window on the van. So let's cross our fingers and send prayers up to God that what we have fixes the issue. Apparently it's like reading reviews for that car part. It's an issue, like common issue that happens.
With the part or just in general?
With the part. Some people said it only lasted them like 9 months. Ours lasted 2 years. Anyway, so hopefully it lasts longer than that. I don't know why it breaks, but...
Next time we'll pick a different one.
Well, we were in a hurry. You didn't have time to research this time. So they're heading out to the driveway to fix the car. Ooh, good neck pop. Don't do that. It sounds so bad. Alice and I don't know what we're going to do. What are we going to do? Are you going to draw some more or are you done?
Cracking all my bones.
Cracking all your bones?
I might draw later. I just drew 2.
I know,
people in a
you did.
row, so.
Yeah. So what's your plan now? No. And you're not hungry. Everyone ate a late lunch. Alice ended up asking for chicken nuggets so that she could put some of them in her salad to make it like a chicken salad. And then Jackson ate his whole lunch. I wasn't sure if he was going to eat all the apples and carrots, but he did. There's more people walking. Everyone is like outside walking today because it's almost 70 degrees out and it's been cold. It's supposed to be nice through the weekend and then we have rain next week again and then it gets chilly again. But it is what it is, I suppose. We got the window up out of the door frame. It's taped up with painter's tape. And we're just continuing. He did it! He fixed the van window. It happened. It's working. We had a slight scare when at one point the car wouldn't start or the van wouldn't start. But it turned out it was because there was one thing in the door not plugged in. So it was sending a signal to... Why does it look like I have a black eye? What is happening? No, seriously, look. Does it look like I have a black eye?
No.
Is it just on camera? That's weird. It looks bruised. Okay, anyway. Van's fixed. That's basically it. The loaf of bread is almost gone. There's like maybe a quarter of the loaf left. Everyone has enjoyed it. I don't know if I'll make another one tomorrow or not. It just depends on how I feel. It's not like it's hard. It's just time consuming. Waiting for it to rise twice and all of that. Like, I have to be home for that process. Excuse you, sir.
Yep.
Yep. But everything on the van is going fine. And knock on wood that nothing happens, because that would be stressful. Hey friends, happy Friday. It is Friday and we're heading into the weekend. We've got school done. Actually, Jack is just finishing up his math. He's got a math test today, so he's doing that. The bread from yesterday is gone. Jack ate the rest of it sometime after I went to bed. So I think I might make another loaf today at some point, but before that, I do have an errand to run. I have to run to the jewelry store. I had sent my wedding ring and an engagement set out to be resized about a month ago because my ring size has changed by a full size. I went from like one size down a full size. So they sent it out to get cleaned and the prongs reset and everything and just taken care of and then resized at the same time. So that came in, they just never called. It was supposed to be in on the 7th or by the 7th, and usually they call, but apparently we either missed a phone call or they just never called. So I called them today and I was like, is it there yet? She's like, yeah, it's here. I was like, oh, thanks for the phone call. So we're gonna go pick that up. Alice also is requesting pasta-roni for lunch. So we might swing through Walmart. I told her I don't have another like big grocery order going in until after we're back from Michigan. This last grocery haul that I did, I have everything to carry us through until we leave for Michigan. So it was like a week and a half's worth of groceries. So we might swing into Walmart as well. We haven't had any errands or anything to run the last few days, and with the window being broken on the van, that's a good thing. So now that it's fixed, I can go get my ring, swing through Walmart, and do all the things we need to do. So that's the only thing that's really on the agenda today. Other than that, when I get home, I think, like I said, I'll make a loaf of bread. The banana bread from the day before is about halfway gone. Jackson's been eating some of that too, and I had some. Will doesn't really like banana bread, and I don't think Alice has touched it, but Jackson loves banana bread. Like I said, if I made that weekly for him, he'd probably be happy as a clam. Although now I think he probably prefers the homemade white bread. So we'll see. I actually might, when we go to Walmart, I might get some baking supplies. I have that on my grocery order for when we return from Michigan, but I'm almost out of flour. I'm almost out of sugar. My brown sugar's running low. So I think I'll pick up a few baking supplies while I'm in store. That way, if I make a few loaves of bread over the next week and a half, I have enough flour. Because right now I probably only have enough flour left for maybe 2 loaves. So that's kind of what I have planned for the afternoon. Dinner tonight is going to be tortellini, broccoli, Alfredo. I was going to make it last night, but we still had a little bit of leftover taco stuff. So Will finished off the tacos, and the kids had a really late big lunch. So then they didn't eat at dinner time, and then they just kind of fended for themselves through the evening. What did I have? I had something. I know I had some fruit. I had some cottage cheese. What did I eat? I don't remember. I'm drawing a complete blank. Anyway, dinner tonight is tortellini, Alfredo, broccoli, Alfredo. So that'll be a quick, easy meal. And then we have salad stuff if someone wants a salad on the side of that, which Alice probably will. Depending on how hungry I am, I'll probably have a salad as well. As will. Jackson will probably just have some fresh veggies. He likes like carrots and cucumbers and stuff, but he doesn't care for salad. So anyway, hello, welcome to Friday. All right, so I've got bread in the oven. There's about 5 minutes left on that. Will is almost done with his workday, so once I know he's on his way home, I will start dinner. Like I said, I'm doing Alfredo tortellini with broccoli, and then we'll have homemade bread to go with it. We got back from Walmart from picking up my rings, those few errands, and that's when I started the bread. So it was really quick to throw together. It takes like 10 minutes to throw the actual dough together, and then you have to let it rise for an hour, and then you punch it down, form it into a bread loaf, put it in a bread pan, let it rise for another 30 minutes, and then bake at 375 for, I did 28 minutes yesterday. It's between 25 and 30, and I stopped it at 28, and it was perfectly golden brown. So that's what I'm doing again today. So 4 more minutes on that, and I'll pop that out of the oven, let it cool, pop it out of the pan, and we'll have fresh bread again. Jackson is super excited. The house smells amazing right now. Between the fresh bread baking and my fall candle that I have burning, it smells really good in here. Alice is drawing. She's drawing 11 from Stranger Things. Speaking of Stranger Things, we get to watch the season 4 finale tonight, sis.
We didn't watch it last night because the boys were, and I, were out in the driveway fixing the van window until it was too late to watch a 2-hour and 20-minute episode, 22-minute episode. So we will be watching that tonight because Will has tomorrow off. Tomorrow, Alice and I are going to an AHG event. We are packing boxes for Operation Christmas Child and getting them ready to be sent off through Samaritan's Purse. So we like to partner with them as our AHG troop each year if we are able to. And this year I think we're packing 25 boxes. So that'll be fun. I'm looking forward to it. It's one of my favorite service projects that we do all year. I think that's all we have planned for tomorrow. So, yeah.
This loaf is not as pretty as yesterday's loaf. I think the dough we had where we rolled it, there was like cracks and stuff. But it smells just as good, and the goldenness of it turned out really well. All right, it's about 6:30. I'm doing dinner a little bit later tonight. Cheese tortellini, Great Value brand, family size bag. I will microwave a bag of broccoli and then use scissors to kind of cut it up smaller. Combine that in with the pasta once it's cooked, and 1 jar of Bertolli Alfredo sauce. And that is it. So 3 ingredients, less than 30 minutes, and you've got dinner. All right, dinner is done. I actually cooked up a second bag of broccoli because I munched on the first one while I was waiting for the pasta to cook. It was really yummy. So I had eaten about half the bag by the time it was time to put broccoli in, so I cooked up a second bag. Good morning and happy Saturday. I was about to get dinner in the crock pot, and then I remembered I have to take my Tremfya injection today. I take this every 8 weeks. It's for my autoimmune disorders. It helps keep everything kind of at bay and in remission for the most part. So I'm going to go ahead and let this sit out for a few minutes so it's not cold. I just pulled it out of the refrigerator. And I'm going to go get meatballs out of the freezer and some marinara sauce and get dinner in the crock pot. So we are doing chicken parm meatball subs. I've got 2 bags of these chicken parmesan meatballs. I'm going to put in the crock pot with a jar of Classico, I guess, fire roasted tomato garlic sauce. And then I've got sub buns to put them on. And in the fridge I've got sliced mozzarella cheese to put on and melt on there as well. This will leave leftovers for tomorrow, since tomorrow we are traveling. The kids and I are going to pick up my nephew in Toledo, Ohio, about halfway between where he lives and where we live. So I didn't want to have to cook tomorrow because I don't know what time we're going to get back. So this will leave leftovers for tomorrow. Which there might not be enough buns to have subs, but there will be meatballs and I can throw out some veggies and stuff to go with it. So anyway, I'm going to get that in. Hey friends, I'm actually coming on here to close this out because it is currently Sunday evening and I need to get this edited and uploaded for tomorrow morning. We did not vlog hardly at all yesterday. Everyone, what did we do yesterday? We watched, we watched Welcome to Derry.
Yes.
What did we do during the day though? Nothing, apparently.
It was a chill day.
We had meatball subs for dinner. I don't know, there was nothing noteworthy. And then I knew I wasn't vlogging today because today was the day that I drove up to Toledo, which technically turned into driving all the way to Michigan, into Michigan to retrieve my nephew, to bring him down for the week. So we literally just got home at 7:51. We got home about 15 minutes ago. So that was our whole day. But my nephew is here. He's with us for the next week. Tomorrow is Jackson's 14th birthday. Very exciting. So we will be celebrating that. I think he wants to do pizza for dinner, so we're going to get it from a pizza place called Donato's, which he's never had pizza from there before, and it's pretty good. Will and I had it once when the kids were not with us, and we liked it. So.
And our rave reviews apparently made an impression on him.
Yeah, he's like, I want that fancy pizza. I had you on camera, but you weren't looking and you were just chewing instead.
Meatballs.
Meatball subs. So yeah, this was our week. This upcoming week, we've got a few things to do during the week. Next Monday, we're going to the aquarium, but that'll be in the following vlog. So anyway, thanks for coming along on this week in our life. Drop a comment, share some love, and until next week, I will see you later. Bye.